Hi, I'm Jan.
And I'm Tracey, and we are here in Athens in the port of Piraeus.
Getting ready to go on the MSC Armonia. Let's go.
So when we got to the port, we made it inside okay. We dropped off our bags. One thing was we weren't able to check in. For whatever reason, MSC wants your credit card information up front, and we just never got there. So we did not get to use the MSC app for the FastPass. So we'll see how this turns out.
All right, so a little chaotic. A lot of that is due to, as Tracey said, is we weren't able to check in online before. In fact, even last week we were on the MSC World America. They weren't able to help us, so that kind of threw a kink in it. Actually, not so bad. Right now we're at 23 minutes, considering we didn't have any of our documents. Not really bad. All right, so we've made it onto the ship. In fact, we're able to get into our room, which is really nice. A pretty seamless embarkation, even though we didn't have our boarding documents. Now, when you get on the ship, we're reminded that this is actually the oldest ship we've ever been on. The MSC Armonia was built in 1997. So when you get on the ship, it just has that 1990s traditional architecture, not only in the ship, but the room itself. It's not bad, but it does have that traditional feel.
And what we did notice is as we were walking up the gangway and looking at all the flags and everything, it reminded us of our world cruise on the MSC Piraeus. And then when you walk into the actual public areas, it has a very reminiscent feeling to us.
Yeah, it's almost like coming home. You know, the MSC Piraeus was home for 118 days, and it really was kind of like coming home. So yeah, it was nice. Now into the room here, we actually have a suite. This is suite 1217. It's a pretty decent sized room. Now what I love is that the curtains we have closed behind here, actually when you open those up, it reveals that you have floor to ceiling windows that goes across the width of the entire room, which really brings in a lot of light. So it's really kind of airy here.
And they use lots and lots of mirrors here. There's lots of floor to ceiling mirrors. There's some in front of the bed. There's some in front of the vanity. And then when you walk into the room, there's a little storage area that has another mirror. So it does make it feel a lot more spacious. And it has a walk-in closet, which is really nice.
Yeah, there's tons of storage here. You have storage underneath the credenza. You have not only almost kind of a walk-in closet, which has like 6 drawers and lots of hanging space on either side of the full-length mirror that you have right as you come into the entry. There is 2 closets with additional shelf space. The bed, king-size bed, is a little bit firm. And then, of course, you have a couch and chair and lots of different areas here. So this is going to be a comfortable cruise here. I think probably the only portion of the room that I say is probably not all that great is
the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's a bathtub shower combo. So it's a suite. So it does have a bathtub in it. And a lot of people like those. We prefer just to having a standing shower. And then it does have a shower curtain, which that is one of those things that kind of shows its age.
Yeah, and the other thing, and again, it's 1997 architecture. It's a suite, but it's probably of any of the suites we've done, it certainly is the smallest of the bathrooms. In fact, a lot of the more modern mass market just balconies actually have a larger bathroom. But we don't spend a lot of time in there, thank goodness. So we'll be fine. Really nice room here. All right, so it is almost noon, so Tracey and I are going to see about getting some chow. Let's go see. This is nice. And it's actually a decent sized area. All right, so on our way to the restaurant to get some food, we came across the buffet and the pizza and pasta stations. We had to try some of MSC's pizza. All right, so done with our first meal here on the MSC Armonia. For lunch, I had a hamburger, Tracey has some salad and some pasta. Oddly enough, it was okay. That's about as good as it goes. It was edible, it was fine, but yeah, not a great start, but all right. So Tracey and I, we're gonna go see the ship now.
So we just did our muster. This was an in-person muster. We haven't had to do this on too many cruise ships, but this is a first for MSC in quite a while. We went down, we waited for about 5 minutes. They only did it in 2 languages. They did it in English and in Greek, and then they walked us out to our lifeboat, and that was it. So all things being equal, it wasn't as terrible as it could have been.
Yeah, I was really dreading it, but quite frankly, it took about 12 minutes, so not too bad. So I like how it usually does. You know, you just check in and you watch something, but this works. All right, so I think we're gonna go get ready for trivia. All right, so we probably did as worst we have ever done a trivia on a ship. Now went and I got changed. Tonight is the white party, so we went and changed. We're getting ready to go to dinner. All right, so at the conclusion of day number 1 here on the MSC Armonia.
And so remember, we just left the newest ship in the fleet, and now we are in the oldest ship in the fleet. Some very obvious differences. First of all, the food is good, but not as good as the MSC World America.
The food is okay.
It's okay.
It's not bad food, but it's okay.
And again, this is a European cruise, so very, very European. There are Americans on here, there's Canadians, there's Australians, but there definitely is more of the European flair to it. And that was seen in the entertainment tonight. It's that kind of rock tribute bands where they sing just generic songs that everybody's heard from the 70s and 80s. So it was something that anybody that had global appeal it meant to. So
yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, Tracey and I were talking earlier this evening. There is a difference between MSC, what you get in the Caribbean, World America, the seashore and those, and MSC in Europe. That's not one is better than the other, but it's different.
It's different.
But I'll think for an American, where I would recommend that to a ship like this, just for the first night here, and we've done the MSC Piraeus and we've done the Piraeus, which was mostly European. If you want to come to Europe, you want to do a cruise and still feel you are in Europe, not that you have this respite or this sanctuary onto an American cruise line. The MSC here on the Armonia really is that type of place. We feel that we're still cruising in Europe, and that's totally okay with us.
So yeah, so that was a great wrap of the day. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really good. All right, so here's the thing. This is day 1, so we have lots more to come. We're going to have a ship tour, which we shot earlier today. We're going to have a room tour we shot earlier today. We're going to have a ship tour and a review. So go on and watch this video here to be able to see and continue with our adventures. And as always, keep on traveling.